At the end of the morning of July 17, 2016, in Toronto, Canada, Gurupurnima retreat Shibir celebrations, on the day after the Gnani, Gnani Purush Dadashri is now taking the topic of Samayik after the post-Gnani sessions on the 5Agnas. And after this lady's questions are over, he will enter into the Samayik of the 5Agnas, and especially in what situations and circumstances during daily life that the 5Agna and the vision and the application of the knowledge of the 5Agnas is missed. And until and it will happen after this lady's question and answer is over. So this is just to review and summarize the critical nature of this particular instructions of our Gnani Purush Deepakbhai with reference to ongoing progress as the self through the vision, through the application of the 5Agnas. And so, the 5Agnas have been recently received by a whole significant number of new Mahatmas, and also there are a large number of participants who are established Mahatmas who are still trying to understand again and again the application of that. Let us now talk about the Samayik. Let us find out where we miss the 5Agnas, and let us investigate that. In whatever worldly interaction that happens, let us be now to really apply, solve that worldly interaction, settle that worldly interaction through the 5Agnas. That everything is by relative, it is real viewpoint, and whatever has happened is scientific circumstantial evidences. And if you miss the application of these three, it's all relative. The real is the pure soul within him or her, and it is the doer is the scientific circumstantial evidences. You should recognize that I'm pure soul and Deepak is speaking like this, file 1 is speaking like this. And nobody is the doer, Vyavasthit is the doer. This is how you have to, when you get up in the morning and you see the lady sleeping next to you, and you should say, oh, she's still sleeping, she's always late. But therefore you have to speak to file 1 and say, why didn't you see the pure soul in her? And so intellect used to always find faults with others. And why? And then you say, why are you getting irritated? See the pure soul in her. She's not doing anything. It is scientific circumstantial evidences that is doing, making her sleep longer. And then when she serves you the breakfast, you find that, oh, what? He says, why are you finding faults with the food? Why don't you see the pure soul in it? And then when you see, oh, what? This kind of breakfast? What's wrong with it? Why don't you just eat what is available to you? But the bickering of file 1 is continuously going on. And in front of that, you have to apply your new vision of who the culprit is. We need to continue to give satsang to file 1. It's a file, we need to settle with equanimity. And look, that person just jumped the queue. Well, the intellect will show that, but you can just continue to see what's happening. It's all vyavasthit. Inside, all kinds of negative things will arise. And with that, through the vision of the knowledge of the self, you have to apply all of these 5Agnas. You can apply the vision of the 5Agnas to bring about solutions to all the conflicts that arise within. You see, before the Gnan Vidhi, we used to interfere through the intellect and the ego, and we used to suffer so much and make others suffer. But now we apply in the post-Gnan state the 5Agnas. And let's take the small events during the day only. The small little events and certain. Oh, look, she's still taking so much time in the bathroom. When am I going to have the time to shave and be on time? Again, all kinds of bickering is going on. So instead, you can just say, you should talk to file 1 and say, she's settling her file of bathing. Why don't you recite the 3 mantra 10 times? You see, give, so push him in utilization of your self. You see, so try your job, your work role as the awakened one is to employ and give the file 1 in the right direction and move him in the right direction. And so you need to gently talk to her, file 1, and say, bathing takes time, right? Do you expect her to come out with soap on her body? This is all vyavahar, worldly interaction. And before Gnanvidhi, there was the interference of the intellect. And now, after the Gnanvidhi, there is the awakened awareness of the self that is taking care of all of these interactions. Whatever is correct, whatever circumstance arose, whatever arose in front of you, whatever came in front of you, is the result of scientific circumstantial evidences. There is no reason to have any kind of conflict or pain. And this way you can conduct your worldly interaction without any kashais, without any anger, greed, deceit or pride. Everybody understand this? You need to reset, you need to set the vision of the 5Agnas in that which happens in front of you. That the other person is behaving negatively or in a hurtful manner, that is just a discharge. It is a file for you. You do not want to do rag, dvesh in it, attachment, aversion. Apply these simple principles. He is a pure soul, it's a file, and I want to remain in equanimity, and scientific circumstantial evidences is doing everything. And I want to see him as flawless, the Nimit as flawless. I do not want any disturbances. I do not want to react with any kind of kashai. Everybody understand this? Let us now do the vidhi. Let us do the Samayik vidhi from morning until this time. And if you run out of rest, then apply yesterday's time. And ultimately, you need to apply this constantly once in a day. So now take those events in Samayik where there were overt conflicts and arguments, etc., and reset it with the 5Agnas. And as those overt conflicts decrease, then you need to really remain in the awareness of separation and then see what file 1 is doing. Speak, O Dada Bhagwan, the absolute self within me. O Lord Sri Simandar Swami Prabhu, the Lord at Mahavide, with the exact applied awareness as the self, Shuddha Upayog, in the entire routines of the day. If there has been any conflicts with anyone, where 5Agnas were missed, and the application of the 5Agnas was missed, let me see that in Samayik, my Lord. And in every situation, let me reset the 5Agnas with the awareness of the separation. And let me do the 5Agnas setting exactly, and grant me to do such a Samayik, my Lord. Grant me the energies. I surrender the mind, speech and body, all illusions associated with my name, bhav karma, charge karma, dravya karma, subtle discharge karma, no karma, gross discharge karma. O Dada Bhagwan, the absolute self within me, you are manifest within me. You are the absolute self, Paramatma within me, and it is at your divine feet that I am surrendering all of these. I am surrendering them all. Shuddhatma chu, 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 Atma chu, Shuddhatma 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 Chum, 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 Atma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum, Atma Chum, Shuddhatma Chum. Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand. And we want to accomplish and finally accomplish the ultimate goal of those 5 Agnas. And so, in our entire life worldly interaction, we want to set the vision of the 5 Agnas. And in this way, we will become more and more liberated. And do this Samayik regularly and try to set it up regularly within the routines of a day. Spend about 15 to 45 minutes reviewing where you missed the Samayik, where you missed 5 Agnas in Samayik. See that and reapply it. Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand.